आज हेलो गाइस, वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल लर्न टेक विद स्मृति। तो आज का जो टॉपिक है हमारा वो सॉकेट प्रोग्रामिंग है जावा में, लाइक हाउ वी कैन क्रिएट सॉकेट इन जावा फॉर कम्युनिकेटिंग एंड वेयर वी यूज सॉकेट प्रोग्रामिंग टू बेसिकली socket programming is used for communication over a network. This communication is between two processes which is running either in same system or in different system. Like in between two system we can create a same network, and using this same network we can create a socket connection. So by using socket connection we transfer data between one system to another and second system to first system. So there is two protocols that is used for data transmission using socket programming, which is TCP UDP. TCP is a transmission control, and UCP is user datagram protocol. So these two protocol is used for socket programming. In depth these two protocol, we create another video. I create another video. So for depth knowledge of TCP and UDP, you can see that video. Now here we talking about socket programming. So if we create socket using TCP, then it is connection based communications. Like in both of them, server and client, we create a connection. By using this connection we share the data. It's like chatting system. In chat we have two system and both have connected by one another. So and where in UDP system there is connection less communication, which is unreliable, like video streaming. There is no connection between client and server, but still data is transmitted. So TCP, here TCP example is like for creating this socket programming, there is a two, like one is server and client. There is multiple number of client, but there is one server. So for creating server is a class server socket. So this class is used for creating socket for server, and for client there is a class socket. So this is used for creating client socket. So example is like this is server code and this is client code. Initially there is public class and public main class and main method, which is common for all. So initially we create socket server socket. Here we need to pass port number, which is common for both. Like if we define port number is equals to 1234, this number should have client, like this port number is common for both of them for connections. So here we pass 1234. This return this SS, which is used. Here we again create for accepting client connection, we create a object of socket class. Here we pass this SS. So this, after this client is connected, this server is waiting here for client. After that, when client is requested, then server get connected and below of this code is executed. So here client side, this is two lines is for connection, for connecting. Here we see Here we pass two things in client. First is this port number, which is common for it, or here the address of this. If both are in same, then simple is localhost. If both are in same machine, otherwise the address of the machine where socket is running. So this is, after that it return this socket. This is when the client is create object of this class, then server get accepted this request and connection is established. uh, Between socket and client, connection getting established. After connection we need to transfer data. So transferring data, there is a two class, that data input stream. This is the class for reading data from the socket, and data output stream. This is the class for writing data on socket. So let's move on. So for reading data from the socket, we use data input stream. So firstly create a object of data input stream for reading and writing both. After that we have read and write function for reading and writing in socket, in which we use this. So there is for reading and writing code is same for socket and as well as client server as well as client. So there is a common code. So for reading int, there is a different function, like for reading int float r history, we have read int, read float, and read utf. These are functions for int float and string reading, as well as for writing. Same for writing, like for reading int, for writing int, write int, for float, write float, for string, write utf. So for reading and writing, for taking as an example int, oh, here whichever in socket present, which is write by client or server, it's read and written in res. So we can use as it is, whichever we want to use. For writing as well as let's we have 5 and this we want to, this is the writing. So this is all about TCP protocol, and next is UDP.